Yes, sir. So, we have another local news report coming to you from the DMV. This situation specifically occurred in Maryland, where a Maryland high school principal has allegedly been caught going on a racist rant talking to his assistant principal. I'm going to play the clip and come back with some thoughts. But guys, be sure to stick around to the end of the video for some bonus footage I think you might find interesting. Without any further ado, roll it.
For me and only me. You know, I seriously don't understand why I have to constantly put up with these dumbasses here every day. Between these ungrateful black kids who can't test their way out of a paper bag, or these teachers who don't get it, how hard is it to get these students to meet their grade level expectations? Lawrence and Ravenel should have never been hired. And don't let me get started on DJ. I'm going to drag his black ass out of here one way or another. I'm going to get something to stick. I'm just so sick of the inadequacies of these people. And if I have to get one more complaint from one more Jew in this community, I'm going to join the other side. Kathy, I'm done.
Now, on this one, I gotta be honest. I had some mixed feelings because part of me saw this rant and was like, well, the dude's freaking hilarious. I mean, as a former teacher, I know how it feels to be frustrated with some students or with some kids who you just can't get them for the life of you to act right. You just can't get them to sit still, can't get them to focus, nothing. So I understand his frustration. When he talks about dragging this DJ kid out of class, I'm sorry, but as a former teacher, I can relate to that pain, right? Lord knows what that DJ kid was doing in school. But on a more serious note, it's really dangerous to have people in positions of authority over your kids that have this type of mentality. It's only a matter of time before this guy gets his pink slip, especially when he started mentioning Jews. They don't like that. He was talking about how these Jews keep sending them letters. Nah, that's not going to sit well with the board for too long. So I think this guy's going to get his pink slip soon enough. Now, in his defense, some people are saying that this might be an AI deepfake. And I personally, I'm not buying that. I think that might be a common excuse that people use moving forward when they get caught in this type of situation. When they get caught in those hidden cameras, hidden recordings. They'll just say, oh, it was AI, that wasn't even me. I'd be on the lookout for that as an excuse moving forward. Now, in this situation, one thing that I wanted to mention was the fact that as black folks, we always want to deny racism. You know, we're so much past that. Racism, it doesn't really exist anymore. The problem with that is, it still exists, it's just moved underground. This man who was caught in his recording, he thought he was saying that in private. In public, he would never say those things because it's no longer acceptable in society to have these type of views openly, right? However, if you take that same man and you put him in a classroom full of black kids, even though he might not say those things, how do you think he treats these kids? When he sees these kids walking in the hallway, they might be a few minutes late for class. How do you think those interactions are between the principal and the students when he's already hiding and subconsciously thinking, and on some level even consciously thinking, that these students that he's supposed to be taking care of are already beneath him? It's really deep. And I don't want to limit this situation to just the principal, because we have to understand there are people with this type of mentality from top to bottom, whether they be judges, whether they be principals of high schools, whether they be teachers, nurses, doctors. There are people in society with this type of mentality. Sometimes it's a joke, sometimes it's not. Exhibit B. Check this out.
Next, we're in Newark, New Jersey, where Judge James Convery is overseeing a divorce hearing. On one side is Benjamin Taylor and his attorney, Yvette Ramos Alvarez. And on the other is his soon-to-be ex-wife. To establish Taylor's total yearly income, a copy of his Social Security earnings statement has been requested by his wife's attorney.
Now Ms. Kolsky comes back after everything was finished except for the Social Security earnings statements, which he doesn't have,
He gets his Social Security every year indicating.
The earnings statement.
He gets his earnings statement.
Okay.
He gets it. He gets it every year. So she asked for it. Why didn't he provide it?
He doesn't have it.
He threw it away?
I would presume he did.
Oh, come on.
As you can see, Judge Convery is not buying the dog ate my homework story. So he decides to do a quick courtroom poll to prove his point.
Don't you get it? I get it. You get it? You get it? Everybody gets it. Social Security sends it to your home every year.
Alvarez, however, disagrees, based on her own experience.
No, I don't get it. They sent it to my home 4 years ago. I haven't received it in the last 3.
This is the final moment before Judge Convery says something he'll regret.
Well, when did you become an illegal alien?
Judge?
Alvarez is taken aback by the judge's comment. Not only is she of Hispanic descent, but she's also the former president of the Hispanic Bar Association of New Jersey.
Judge, I am going to... That was a totally inappropriate comment.
I didn't mean it. I'm only, listen to me.
As Judge Convery tries to backpedal, Alvarez moves forward, right out the door. Then comes the awkward silence.
Alright guys, we're coming to the end of the video. I'm going to leave you with some closing thoughts as well as some bonus footage, so stick around for that. But first, if you've made it this far in the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. It boosts us in the algorithm so more people can check out the channel. And if this is your first time checking out the channel, be sure to smash the subscribe button and come on back for more content just like this. I talk about a wide range of issues, a wide range of topics, and I'm sure there's something here that you will find interesting and entertaining. So hit the subscribe button and come on back for more. Now, here's what I think. Racism is something that exists in every country, in every area throughout the globe. All right, it's not something that we can easily get rid of. As long as we have a fight for resources, and as long as we value genetic recessive genes, this thing will be a constant. So instead of focusing so much on ending racism, which is really an exercise in futility, we need, as black folks, to learn how to prioritize ourselves and put ourselves in a position to where racism affects us less and less. Now you might be thinking, well, that's easier said than done, or how can the racism affect you less and less if racism still exists? How does that make sense? Well, let me clarify that a little bit. I'm of the opinion that the strongest defense against racism is strong socioeconomics. Now, this is not a cure for racism, as racism still affects folks all over the world, whether they be rich or poor. However, strong socioeconomics, strong economics primarily, is a strong buffer against the effects of racism. By that I mean this. We can all agree that there is racism in the medical industry, for example. But by having strong economics, you can get better food, leading to lower obesity rates. You can get better health care as far as physicians. You can get preventative care and before you get sick. So even though racism still exists in the medical field, you're able to buffer yourself from that racism by keeping a healthy body in advance. We all agree that racism exists in the criminal justice field, but one of the primary motives for criminal activity is lack of economics, lack of finances. So, by having strong socioeconomics, you decrease the amount of racism that you're facing in the criminal justice field by staying out of situations where you would involve yourself with law enforcement officers or with the criminal justice field. What I'm saying is this: strong socioeconomics is not a cure, but it's a buffer. And the best buffer, the best chance we have at getting this buffer as a group, for foundational Black Americans at least, is through reparations. That's why on this channel, I'm a strong proponent of reparations. I push that on this channel all the time. I think that reparations is not a cure for racism. It is not going to save the world and cure all the world's problems. No. But what it will do is give foundational Black Americans, people of my lineage, a strong buffer so that we are able to better take control of our lives, our destiny, work as a group in order to multiply the funds that we have in a productive way. But hey, that's just what I think. If I'm going wrong, leave it in the comments section. Tell me where I've got it wrong. If you agree with this message, be sure to thumbs up button. And as I said before, if this is your first time, smash the subscribe button for more content just like this. Stay tuned for this bonus footage, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret about white people. Every single white person knows somebody who is racist. Racist towards Black people, racist towards Spanish people. We all know somebody. It might be our family member, it might be a distant relative, it might be a coworker, it might be an old friend, but we all know somebody. Personally, I come from a whole family of racist people. Yeah, my entire family is Republican too, okay? My dad's parents are racist, and my mom's parents are racist, okay? So I'm literally going against everything by talking about this. I am putting my own life on the line by speaking about this, and that's what we all should be doing. See, we could have ended this a long time ago, but people like my mom listened to these racist comments that their parents were making and didn't speak out against it. They kept their mouths shut, or they agreed with them silently, you know? But they didn't do anything about it. They continued to let this be passed on generation after generation. Oh, my mom never told me or taught me any racist ideologies. She continued to let it happen because she didn't speak out against it when her parents were talking about it, or my dad's parents were talking. So if you are against racism and you are against discrimination and you're a white person, you need to speak out about it. Otherwise, you are allowing this to continue generation after generation, and you are just as much a part of the problem as anybody else. Turn myself to a cash cow. Mama told me she loved me. I look just like my dad now. Might take a trip out to Japan now. 200 in front of the dash now. Design all the way from the chest down. Do it on my own, any handouts. Niggas faking this man down. Hey. Grinding, trying to find me a way out. Hey. Nigga faking this man down. Hey. Grinding, trying to find me a way out. Hey.